live, okay?
Well, I'll be listening. Probably not too active until I get this done. But I'll come in when I.
Okay, we are live.
Whoa, we live, boys.
How is everybody doing today?
Good.
Good. Excited. Well.
Awesome. Okay, so let's jump right in. First off, we have a new player that will be joining us today.
Hello.
We will introduce his character when the time comes. Other than that, last week we had moved up in the wilderness, and the group had come across what appeared to be the main hall of the Sa Nalaar. Decided to go in and take a look. This is a big, massive area, has several different levels to it. They knew that there was a vault that should be somewhere on the ship, and where they triangulated it should be. They tried to go down to check it out, were unable to get in due to it just simply disintegrating from impact. So now they are making their way back through the crash site area of the main hall. And they also got into an entanglement with some cybernetically enhanced Nexu at the very tail end that they had to dispatch of, which they did that fairly easily. Ended up knocking them all unconscious, disintegrating one, and tying up the other three. So that's where we shall start today, and I will roll my D100 for obligation.
And then we can roll Destiny for players.
All right, so we're at 43. So 43 is going to fall into Jihad.
All right. My obligation is family. So as we've been kind of combing through the ship here, I came across a piece of armor that is marked with what looks like the insignia of Clan Saxon, which is who my family falls under. So it's there were several points during the Clone Wars where either individual Mandalorians or large numbers of them were actually allied with the Separatists. So it's not unheard of that one could have been on the ship at the time.
All right, that absolutely works. Alrighty, so now that you had dispatched these Nexu and you have them all hogtied and sitting here, what are we doing? And you know what? And I haven't asked you guys in a while either, but did you guys bring IT3PO along with you guys? Or did you leave him in the ship? Because I couldn't remember.
I thought we had to bring him along because it was a requirement.
Okay.
We had to point everything
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
He was just very quiet the whole trip.
Okay.
I tried to coerce that information out of him so that way we didn't need him or if something happened to him, but it didn't really work too well.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure first off. All right. Well, yeah, so you guys are still down in kind of like the middle level of the ship area, and you're making your way to where?
I mentioned I found the barracks, and this looks like there's some beds that still might be intact. It might be a little more comfortable than sleeping on the floor, and we're in the middle of this huge ship, so it might be harder for people to pinpoint our exact location. So I suggest this might be a optimal place if we're gonna make camp.
Yeah, and I can probably set up some traps if need be.
speaking of traps, I'm gonna get on my 3-mile comm that has a medium planetary range to contact the rolling droidica, which is also known as the spitting Minoc, the ship, to contact Annabelle. And Annabelle, sorry, it's Adabelle. Adabelle, I need you to bring the ship closer to where we are within the ship's sensor ranges. I'd like to know if anyone's trying to sneak up on us. And while you're at it, can you also contact, using the ship systems, I'd like you to contact the Dauntless and have Officer Steve Guilford kind of stay out of sight, but relay any information back to you if he sees any ships approaching the planet. So, okay, sounds good. I will do that. Affirmative.
Alrighty. So you guys continue to head back up towards the top, and you guys head towards the barracks. Now, whenever you arrive at the barracks location, actually, before you guys get to the barracks location, can everybody give me an athletics check or coordination, either one?
Oh, coordination. Okay, so what's the difficulty for the coordination?
3 purple. And this is just because a lot of it's all slimy, slippery, there's wet spots, all sorts of stuff in the hallways as you're going through.
3 purple.
So.
Hey, that's a pass.
There you go.
All right, he's gonna speak binary to Treads because he's riding his backpack. Now, be careful about that little slime over there. Avoid that. Okay, and then grab a hold of that real tight.
Can Jahat use his... Is this like a small obstacle that I can use my jetpack to avoid? Or is this spread out enough that would be kind of difficult?
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Is this like a single narrow obstacle that I can use my jetpack to get over? Or is this kind of just a more general spread out throughout the whole trip?
It's just kind of spread out throughout the whole entire trip. I mean, it's not going to be real wide. It's just going to be like as you're walking, you just see a bunch of like slime across the floor in one spot. So it's like, you got to step over, jump over. Might have to make some minor maneuvers, but like nothing big or major where you're having to jump like 5, 6, 7 feet to try to avoid.
Okay, if I can get my sheet to work, I'm going to roll it.
I had very bad roll, but barely made it.
What are they trying to do?
Avoid all the slime and the rips, the huge holes in the different parts of the hole where there's these giant cracks that could be very hazardous if you fell down. So it's a hard coordination or athletics to avoid all the obstacles and make our way safely to the barracks area. Wow, that's a lot of black.
I got rope.
That has way too many dice on there.
Yeah, it does.
I was about to say, I was like, that's way too many.
All right.
Just a couple.
I will spend the dark side pips for 1 success and 3 advantage to.
Wait, since you're like not a dark side dude, doesn't that mean like you take strain for using dark side stuff?
Other way around, I am a dark side user.
Oh.
So those don't cost me anything to use. If I use light side points, it does cost me straight.
Interesting.
Have you integrated morality at all?
For the 1 or 2 force users, which I think in the current group right now is just me.
Just him.
Okay.
Now.
Just curious.
And so you said we're all going to the barracks thing, so it's a hard check.
Yes. Hard athletics or coordination.
Can I use the rope to assist me? I guess to all that.
So I think he wants a boost for having some rope.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
So, I've alerted the ship to alert us if they catch any other vehicles approaching with the sensor. So we should at least have a heads up, and then we're also monitoring to see if any ships come to the planet. So we should at least have a heads up if anyone else is coming.
Okay, yeah, and Jahat, just so you know too, we're gonna say that you take a small little dive, walking across some of the slime as you're going across, but it's nothing too big, so you're not gonna get wounded or anything like that.
Well, he converted his pips, so he had actually one success, right?
Right.
That sucks for Asta.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, that sounds good.
So you could say that for Astra.
I don't get it.
Wow, all that advantage.
All right, well there you go then. Yeah, we'll sit there and we'll say that you have that happen to you then.
Your clothes are slimy now.
Great.
Who is Yiz? Yiz.
Eisen, that's my that's my dog's name.
Did you rename
I
it?
shortened the name.
Oh, could the head dog have
okay.
like passed Nexus to me?
All right, so
I don't think I did enough successes off of even just one boost without.
I don't think so. I don't think it would help that much.
That is just terribly wrong. What?
Your dog's probably big enough you could ride it.
Bro, you didn't roll a single success. So even if you did like roll
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's keep moving along. Storyline.
For the advantage, could I have been slipping and catch myself before falling completely in, and maybe just like maybe her feet got stuck in it or something like that? Or she was falling down and she caught herself or whatever.
Well, she was saying with all that advantage, you could avoid getting hurt and just be superficial. Like
yeah, you're not gonna be dealt any damage. You can just fall down and you get pretty slimy, which that might not be filled with.
Yeah, she'll just have to clean herself off.
But you guys make your way up to the barracks. You can find a bunch of beds, like cot type beds and stuff like that are all laid out, and there should be enough for everybody to lay down in.
Clothing and stuff like that she could use to either clean herself off or find something to wear.
there's water really close to where the
Yeah,
ship crashed.
there's like the lake water and rainwater and all that stuff all throughout this whole entire ship area, so you can easily find something to clean yourself off with. And I'll be right back.
That's what she's gonna do.
Yeah, there's a river not far. There's a river really close to the ship too. So if you need some running water, you can do that. All right, so I guess we'll make ourselves comfortable inside the barracks. Who's got the creatures that we hogtied?
Pretty sure Jahat was carrying those around.
I don't think he can carry all three of them. Maybe we're dragging them. Treads could help drag one. He could probably help drag two if he needed.
I don't know if we said anything specific about bringing them with us yet, so I know Jahat was not. He would not be doing that.
Okay, I just need to make
He's
a
delicate.
note what floor we left them on. Hogtied.
Yeah. If needed, Eisen is pretty strong and could be helping, pull one or something like that.
My character would I think I would kind of like the cybernetics on those kind of close by, because our employer might actually be interested if these cybernetics were obviously installed recently. So
Yeah. Did we ever say if the ones off the one that got disintegrated, if the cybernetics were left behind, or if they were just broken
the
properly?
cybernetics were left behind. They may be damaged a step or two, so they can be repaired.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely want us to grab onto those.
Okay. Well, then treads can help secure the creatures with your creatures. We could pull them, and if it's that slimy, they should be easier to drag across the slimy areas. Actually, I got a shoot. We just go back to the ship. I actually have a crate, the medium specimen container. attached to my speeder bike that's attached to a what do they call it? The lift. The I can't think of
Cargo
the name.
hauler.
It's a repulsor lift. That's it. It's a repulsor lift that has a medium-sized container on it that can hold up to 10 encumbrance, and the repulsor lift can hold one item up to 10 encumbrance. So we could use that and put one at a time and bring it across without having any setback. And since we're not in a hurry, I think I'll do that. I'll go get my repulsor clamp, and we'll bring the creatures over.
Okay, sorry, y'all. All right, everything sounds good. So you guys can go ahead and spend that time getting the repulsor clamp and then using them to transfer around all of the cybernetically enhanced Nexu back to the bunker area.
Or at least the shower area, somewhere. If we're not, we probably don't want to sleep with them in the same room.
Have
Okay,
we- have
well,
we-
then we can say that you can find a room fairly easy that's like not far off from where the bunker is, but it'll be big enough that you can put those 3 cybernetic Nexu in.
And then maybe seal the door with in the ceiling area so they can't escape.
Yeah.
Using the parts around.
Have we scoured the ship, like even including this barracks room, and see if there's any more crews, anything else left behind?
So I looked in the barracks and I didn't see anything, but can't hurt if someone else wants to do another once over.
Okay, I'll do perception.
Okay, go ahead. 3 purple.
Today is just not your day.
These rolls today.
1, 2, 3 advantage.
About
2
as good as mine.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say that, yeah, I mean, you look, and you're thinking you're looking real hard. But you're really not. So I'm gonna say that you don't find anything if you were looking for anything. And, like, you think, like, this is the most pristine, cleanest, like, bunker area that you have ever seen.
So in other words, he thinks it's an insult if someone starts looking after she looked.
Yes, absolutely.
Alright, check. There's nothing here. No need to look. How about the rest of the ship? I guess since they're moving these things, it's going to take a while, so I'd like to see what else is around the ship.
What time is it getting kind of late?
Oh, yeah, and I want to set some traps, too, I think, probably.
Well, my character's going to go to bed early and have treads with him because he plans on getting up an hour before everyone else to do some range defense training. So, what time are you guys getting up so I can make plans to get up earlier than you guys and get my training out of the way?
What kind of training?
So Tread's over here. He's going to shoot at me, and I'm going to dodge it so I get prepared for the rest of the day.
That sounds like fun.
Well, if you want to do that, we better go to bed 2 hours early so each of us can have a good, solid hour of training in place.
That's no fun. Let me get these traps set up, and then we can do that.
I'm going to bed. See you in the morning.
All right.
Okay, so at this point, after you guys get done with the Nexu and everything, it's pretty much almost dark outside. So it is getting later and later in the evening.
I just want to set some traps up and then head to bed, I guess.
Okay,
I think it's an average skullduggery, if I remember correctly. I'm not for sure. Let's look.
yeah, no worries. Average skullduggery sounds fine.
And then you can spend a couple hours each, so... My character's going to probably be the first person to go to bed. He might even go to bed a little before it's dark. That way he can be all rested up and get up super early to do some training.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, absolutely, Asta. You can set some pretty amazing traps. Are there anywhere in particular that you're wanting to place the traps, like at doorway entrances or...
We're on the third floor. Just
Yeah, I'll put them like this at any like entrances, especially anything that leads to this barracks area, and like far enough distance where it would go off to where we would hear something, have time to react.
So
Okay.
how much time does he need to do that? And how many entrances, I guess, can he cover? So that's kind of up to you.
Yeah. I'll say that he can lay down 3 traps in like 3 hours.
Yeah, it's just gonna be something. It's just gonna like probably make him trip and make a lot of noise. It's gonna be something like with a lot of noise, so it can be triggered back.
So a bunch of this debris that's laying around could just collapse on the ground. I think that'd be a lot of noise.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds absolutely good. So, all right. So as we are reaching closer, we are coming closer and closer to the end of the evening. And everybody begins to kind of lay down and rest, I take it.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, before we do that, before Necro goes to bed, my character goes to Necro and asks him to recharge his vibro knife since he hasn't used his recharge ability yet.
Okay.
Oh, let me see. I think it's per session. I could just fix it the previous session, if you wanted to.
Oh, it's per session? Oh, I thought it was per day. Okay.
Yeah, it was. I was trying to, say per session without saying per session in character. So if you wanted me to do that, I could have done that before you went to sleep. It's redundant. It's my redundant system, so I could find something similar size that uses similar power points, use parts from there to repair another thing, and it's just an easy mechanics check. So I just do that, and we'll just say that was before our session ended.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Alrighty. So anyway, so as it gets later and later, you can tell that the jungle becomes more active, and you can assume that it would be more dangerous to be out at night, especially along the lakeshore. You can hear unfamiliar animal calls echoing in the valley. There's uncomfortably large splashes from the lake and along the shoreline as you guys are going to sleep. So that's sort of what you can hear as you're going to sleep now. And we'll say that an hour goes by, and everybody give me a discipline roll.
What's the thing? What's the difficulty for the discipline?
We'll say 2. 2 purple.
Since my character went to bed a couple hours before everyone else, could I get some boost or anything?
Yeah, I'll give you a boost on this roll.
What's the difficulty of discipline?
My roll is not rolling at the moment. I don't know what's going on.
You said easy. What'd you say?
2 purple.
2 purple.
2 purple.
Yeah. Okay. For you, Jahat, about an hour after you falling asleep, you are ended up being woken up again by hearing some very large animal sounding howls.
Jeffrey, you chose the wrong one. You chose deception, not discipline.
Same thing. Exact
no,
same.
It's not.
No, I mean, but it's exact same 2 green. So
you also
we got a boost for going to bed earlier. Let me add a boost.
Fine, you can have a boost too, Asta.
Hey, I successfully failed.
Yes, it did nothing. Woo!
So what happens to Jahat for that the failed roll?
So with the failed roll for Jahat, you get jostled awake. And it's just because you hear this very loud noise of something that you have no idea what it is, but it's loud enough that it jars you awake. And Asta, we're gonna say that you sleep through this, although instead of being like a deep sleep, you end up entering more into a light sleep, so you begin to kind of toss and turn a little bit. Necro, you do something similar. Like, you start having a little bit of dreams, perhaps, maybe, about these weird animals of the wild that you don't have any idea what they are. While the same thing happens to you, you also get jarred awake all of a sudden out of your sleep from hearing this sound. However, separate from Jihad's going to take a while for him to get back down and get to sleep. For you, Wop, you basically just kind of woke up and was like, huh, what's that? And then kind of was like, okay, I'm going to go back to sleep. So with your triumph, I'm going to give you a boost to the next discipline check.
Is the new player doing anything while we're sleeping?
Yes, he is. Unbeknownst to you guys, he's actually going to be approaching from the south side of this main area. At this point, he's going to be looking for some sort of cover to protect himself as well.
Herself.
In
What was to threat?
Do what?
I got the threat.
He was wondering what the threat did on his sleep roll.
Oh, it's gonna end up giving you a setback on your next discipline roll.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh joy. For him to I guess to avoid my traps, it's going to be against my skullduggery. I guess plus the advantage. I guess we give him one black.
Okay, yeah.
My
So what's the
skullduggery.
difficulty?
My skullduggery. So it'd be 2 yellow, 2 reds, and 3 purples, and 1 black.
So yeah, okay. Well, he's not gonna enter just quite yet. So he's not. But he's just going to be coming up that way.
Okay,
So,
that was just extra information in case.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So right now, let's go ahead and introduce our new player.
Are you
So
able to?
go ahead and say your character's name and what they are.
Zarlik Tam, and Zarlik Tam is a female Polis Mason. Probably not pronouncing that correctly, but that's what most of the galaxy knows their race by. And she is a surgeon and a cyber tech.
All right.
I don't know how much more detail you want me to go into.
No, that's fine. Okay, all right. In that case, then let's go ahead and get a stealth roll from you. And this is just going to see how stealthy you are in relation to not drawing any attention from any unwanted eyes.
Okay, and difficulty?
So, do you want the difficulty against the people that are awake's vigilance?
No, not yet, because he's not close to the ship yet. This is just, I'm just having him do this in general for not gaining any attention of big animals.
Okay, and difficulty?
Let's do 3 purple.
All right, and because there's brush and darkness, can I gain some boost?
Absolutely, if you have stuff to assist you with seeing in the dark.
I do not.
Okay.
So then I would just roll as is.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Since he can't see a worth a thing for in the dark, does that mean he gets a chance to like slip into like the same mossy stuff that we got?
He's not even on the ship yet. He's outside.
Yeah, he's not in the ship yet. Oh.
I thought the mossy stuff was outside.
No, it's in the ship.
It's all inside. I mean, it is. Some of it is outside, but it's all over the ship. Okay.
Okay.
So, oh man. Okay, so we're gonna say that you begin to realize that you might be attracting some unwanted attention. So you actually are going to speed up and proceed a little more quicker and a little more less cautiously into a opening that you can kind of see ahead of you. And at that point, you're going to come to a clearing, but there is a big cliff. So you're going to have to find a way down the cliff side. So if you want to give me a perception, we'll do a perception. So we will. And
difficulty?
Let's do 3 purple.
Okay. I'm taking I don't see anything of any value.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, you don't see any easy way to get down. So I will say that there are some spaces when you're looking to your left that look like you can potentially get down. There also are some spaces to your right, where it looks like there might be what you could assume would be a sort of path, but you're just not sure exactly how safe they are going to be traveling, or to travel down them. However, though, with knowing that you have all this heat on you, you are a little less concerned.
Okay, so panicked by what might be out in the forest, not exactly outdoorsy, I'm going to choose the path on the right and just start to climb down to the best of my ability in the dark, just kind of prioritizing getting away from a known danger to possibly falling.
Okay, do you have any sort of climbing equipment or anything like that, or are we just going to try to...
I'm just going to try to work my way down hands and feet. I do have cybernetic hands. I don't know if that would make any bonus at all for gripping things, but that's probably the only thing I could add to this situation.
Okay.
Are your hands actually ones that increase your brawn?
No, they aren't.
Okay.
Actually, yes, one of them did increase. Yes, having the one did increase.
Well, that increases your athletics then.
Actually, no. What it is I have I wear an exo glove on my left hand, and the exo glove, wearing one or more of these increases your brawn by 1. So my brawn is actually from a 2 naturally up to a 3 because of this glove.
Ah, okay.
Oh, you know what? How about this? As an action, a character may make an average ranged light check to secure the glove's grappling hook to an object at medium range.
Ooh.
And if successful, I can pull it to me, or I can pull myself. So, can I do a ranged light to attach the cable of my glove to something on the top of the ledge and then lower myself down with the cable?
Absolutely. I would definitely say that is some equipment you could use.
Okay,
That's so cool. I'm jealous.
All right, so if you give me a difficulty, I'll do a ranged light, which I'm probably going to fail anyway. But we're going to give it a try.
You're probably going to
one way or another. I'm getting down this route.
You'll probably shoot something close range, so it's usually your range spans your difficulty.
Yeah. So if it's going to be close, it's 1 purple.
Okay. Yeah, it would be something I'm engaged with.
Yeah. So that
actually.
1 purple.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so we'll do 1 purple ranged light. Bingo!
You did it!
Your first roll!
Yay!
So you actually managed to attach this thing pretty good to said tree that's just off on the edge. You rush back to the edge and you begin scurrying down, and you look like, oddly enough, you might not be that much of an outdoorsman as you thought. However, though, you hopping down this thing, you look like you've done this like 1,000 times. So you have. So now you're down at the base. Once you get down to the base and you're not quite so panicked anymore, when you turn around and begin to kind of scope out the area, you can actually see a very large portion of a ship that is ahead of you. So what do you want to do?
Can I see any openings in the ship?
Oh yeah, there's a ton of openings.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way toward the closest and safest opening that will fit my tiny little body. And I'm gonna work my way in.
Okay, all right. We can say that you enter in through a small little gash that was created due to the impact. Once you get in, it's going to be very, very dark. Do you have any torches, anything that can be a source of light?
I do not.
You could make a torch with survival checks, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so what I'm going to have you do is give me a survival check. And then, based on whatever your survival checks are, I might have you do an athletics or a coordination, just to see if you like run into something or fall over or something of that sort.
What difficulty for the survival check?
Since it is in the dark, let's do 3 purple. And I will actually use a light side on this first one, or a dark side on this first one, to go ahead and upgrade it once.
Okay. My destiny... Oh, wait. I think I have to sync with GM. There we go. Okay. So I'm sorry. You're upgrading the difficulty?
Yes,
That's
by 1. So 1 red, 2 purple now.
Survival.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
I always
the character did say it's not an outdoors person.
Yeah, you absolutely did. So at this point, I'm going to say that you very loudly fall over, knock into like a big stack of crates that are empty. You knock those over, and now you're like covered in all sorts of goop and gunk and just nastiness. And I need everybody else to give me, what would that be? It would be
Perception.
Perception? Okay, yeah, give me a perception check.
The people that are awake, right?
Difficulty?
Let's do 2 purple because he was pretty... Actually, no, 1 purple. 1 purple because he was really loud.
She.
Yeah, we get the genders confused on here.
Yeah.
This is when we're sleeping, right?
The sleeping characters don't have to make one. My character would feel perfectly comfortable with treads.
I'm light sleeping right now, so that's what I was saying. I would,
if you want to.
Yeah, you would probably. Well, I won't give you any kind of setback or nothing like that, Asta. But
I know where I set my traps up and like that, so I would probably be wary of listening from go off.
Yeah. So what we can say that you absolutely wake up to this, but you're like really groggy and you're ready to like lay back down and kind of go back to sleep, but then you don't really want to. So then you begin to get up and go for your weapons, if that's what you want to do. And Yizen's going to be the same. Definitely going to hear something. Definitely going to wake up. Asta's definitely going to wake up.
What was that?
Hearing
So I'm gonna take my war crime, and I'm going to look outside to see what or who might have made that would have made that stuff, that noise.
Okay. We can say that you guys are Wa. Is anybody else gonna go with Wa?
I am stealth mode.
Alrighty, so give me a stealth roll, Asta.
What's your perception there? I didn't get his name.
Garlic.
Zarlik, like garlic with a Z.
Yeah. Okay. So Zarlik, what's your character's perception? Because that's what me and Y have to roll against if we're both stealthing.
Mm-hmm.
Two green.
2 green. Oh.
So 2 purple.
It's 2 purple.
Oh, that's kind of difficult. What you think? Well,
Oh my! I'm getting a bit hesitant now. Oh, look.
I barely made that one.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna say that the two of you absolutely sneak down almost undetected, and as you guys get to the very end, where you guys are pretty sure this noise is heard, all of a sudden you see a little individual standing, well, not even standing at this point. He would be laying down in a puddle of gup, goo, and disgusting water. And he's going to have a very surprised, Zarlik is going to have a very surprised look on his face as Wall rounds the corner and has this big, huge, honking rifle weapon pointed at him.
Now, does anything...
Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! I'm not trying to do anything wrong, or I'm a... Please don't hurt me. I mean you no harm. Can you put the giant cannon away, please? Please?
Do you let him go?
I'm gonna sneak up behind him or her, or whatever the creature, and just kind of come out of the shadows and say, first I'm gonna look at them, see if they have any visible weapons or if they might have dropped them.
Well, I'll leave that up to...
I have no visible weapons.
No visible weapons. All right. So, nope, you don't see anything that is visible that would suggest he has any weapons.
Okay. Yeah, so then I'll just come out of the shadows. What are you doing here?
I'm sorry. I was just coming to see the Nexu. I was watching from a distance, and I saw that you guys had a couple of them captured, and I just wanted to see them up close. I'm a researcher.
Do I sense any kind of lying or any deception?
I mean, unless if he says otherwise, I would think that you would believe that whatever he's saying is the truth.
Sorry, you kind of just missed him because my big friend here, right? He kind of blew them all away with his big old gun right there. Hope you wasn't trying to.
I can hear them barking in the background.
No. I'm saying so she's lying. She's saying he blew my big friend here. He blew them all away. So sorry, you kind of came here for nothing. Still doesn't explain why you're here though. Why you're watching us.
Okay, well now I need you, Asta, to give a deception roll, and for Zarlik, a discipline.
What's his discipline? I roll against his discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would roll. My discipline is 3, so three purple for you.
3 purple? No, so no ranks in it.
No.
It seems like your character's just made for one thing and one thing only.
There is nothing wrong with that.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna say that Zarlik would probably very loosely believe what Asta is saying. Like, I think he'll go along with it, but there's a really good chance that she probably, in the back of her mind, is kind of like, I'm not real sure about this person just yet.
I had seen that you destroyed one, but I thought that I saw you tie up the others, so
are you
my mistake. I'll be on my way. I wouldn't say stalking you. No, I was stalking the Nexu.
So wait, so Zark saw that because we were inside of a building. So how did Zark see that?
Maybe he heard. Maybe she heard.
Yeah.
I was making assumptions that this happened out in the open. My bad.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. That was my bad because I didn't really say. But yeah, it happened inside, so you would have heard a lot of commotion going on.
Yeah,
Maybe-
So then I could just say that I saw them. I saw them come in when I was following them, and had just assumed that at least their bodies would be left behind.
Why are you on?
Well, what's left of them is behind. I mean, I think we got some cybernetic pieces off of them. Is that what you were looking for? I mean, we have to get all the blood bits off it. I think from what my friend here did to them.
Yeah, I just wanted to see them. I heard about them out here and came here just looking for them. I'm interested to see how such a wild animal is reacting to the cybernetics.
How did you know that these things were here?
I ran into a hunter on Ord Mandel. He said that he had found one out here as well. Almost took his arm right off. So, I wanted to come and see for myself.
Well, like I said, they're gone. My friend here blew them away. You don't believe me?
Then I guess
what the weapon does to people.
No, that's not necessary. I guess I'll be on my way then? Unless you don't mind putting me up for the night. I don't take up much space, I promise.
What useful skills do you have?
Well, I'm a surgeon. Anyone have any cuts or bruises? I don't mind working for the protection you may provide me from whatever's out in the forest.
Was injured.
Yeah, slightly injured.
It's like a
Want me to
really
take
gnarly
a
paper
look?
cut.
Well, what would your perfection be worth?
Like I said, I'm willing to help you out however I can. I could heal you, or if anyone has any cybernetics, maybe I can help out there, or I can keep watch overnight if that would work for you.
Well,
I just don't want to go back out into I just don't want to go back out into the wild.
All right, I'll say. Well, I'll keep you on them. I'll let I'll speak to the others.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on this dude.
So she goes back into the shadows and then off to where he can hear and relays back to the others what's going on. Like, hey, oh wait, Necro's asleep. Someone want to wake up Necro?
If someone attempts to wake him up, TRDS says, "Do not disturb, or you will be stunned."
What are you trying to wake up? Oh, you're trying to wake Necro up for.
Tell him we got an intruder. Tell him if that matters to him.
TRD will handle any intruders if need be. My master will not be awoken.
We need him for making decisions.
That's what you had me here for. That's why I'm in charge. Oh.
We ran into an intruder. Said they're a surgeon, doctor. They wanted to look at the Nexu. I kind of told him we blew him away already, so he's going to be quite surprised when they're not blown away. But anyways, what do you want to do? You want to come meet him or bring him back? They seem to be unarmed, and Raul's got a big gun aimed at him.
Okay, I'm coming. I'll be there in a minute.
I'll tell you how to get there.
So yeah, minute or two later, Jahat kind of stumbles in. He's a kind of late teens, probably 18 or 19-year-old human male, and still kind of rubbing a little bit of the sleep out of his eyes. He comes walking in. Let me do one roll real quick.
All right, go ahead and do that roll.
Bam. Let's see. Can I take strain? I'll take the strain and flip the point to get to spend those light side points from a foresee check. And then can I have maybe one of those specific details that I pick out from the next 24 hours? Can one of those maybe include our little doctor?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So yeah, I'll come kind of walking in there. I see Zarlik and like, oh yeah, Dr. Zarlik, you're gonna be joining us. Cool. There's an open bunk back in there.
Thank you so much.
All right.
There's some cybernetics that got a little bit fried that you might want to take a look at.
Oh, thank you very much. Please take me there.
It's okay, guys. She's cool. We like her. And with
She says so.
yeah, I do. Trust me. When have I ever led you guys wrong? And he kind of stumbles his way back to the room where we'd all bunked down. He points towards both the damaged cybernetics, the open bunk, and also kind of does a quick introduction of the, I guess it's just Necro and Treads that are still in the room there.
Treads is standing outside the room, and Treads will show a picture of what Necro looks like on a data pad, be like, do not disturb the master.
This is Treads. He's Necro's personal
Assistant.
assistant.
And Stun Master, TRDS, for Stuntastic.
I don't think that's a word. I think that's cheating with the S thing, but okay.
It is not for me to say. I cannot help how I am programmed. But I like Stuntastic.
I will ask the droid if it realizes its name is Turds.
My name is TRD2S for Stuntastic.
Turds.
You may address me as Treads.
Right, but you realize your name is still Turds.
No,
right?
it's
you know that?
It's Treads.
I don't know. He's got a point.
TRDS Turds.
I'm pretending around and makes a sign for turds. Okay, let me do it.
I am a droid, but I will not answer if I am not called my appropriate name. So that is on you. If you are being mauled to death and someone addresses me as the incorrect name, I might get confused and not know that I'm supposed to stun said creature.
TRDS S for shark. And Jot stumbles back over to his bed.
All right. So everybody's gonna go ahead and back to their quarters where they're sleeping.
Is someone gonna know the secret about the Nexu, or we gonna keep him in the dark until we know for sure?
He might.
You
might
can
hear them
still
snore.
Can I check out the cybernetics?
Absolutely. How are you wanting to check them out? Are you just wanting to like visually check them out, or are you like wanting to actually like see if they're still functioning, repair them, or do something like that?
Yeah, I want to give them a good once over. See if I could find anything. If there's anything I can notice from a standpoint of, if there's any meat left on it from the disintegration. But yeah, I want to look at wear and tear. I want to look to see if I can find manufacturer details. I want to look to see if they were, at least in my experience, done by a professional or an amateur. Think a mechanic taking a look at a car for a bike.
Okay, absolutely then. Absolutely then. Okay, yeah, give me a 3 purple mechanics check, and I will give you some details. Excuse me.
Oh my god. Good lord.
These rolls.
Where did you put all? Where did you put all
red?
You're not even sure if those are cybernetics or not. No, they're cybernetics, but at this point, you're just looking at them, and they are so complex looking that it actually begins to like physically overwhelm you about their complexity. So you spend some time with them, and you're sitting and you're staring at it, and like you can see sweat visibly pouring from your face and your head and stuff. And like some point you just are finally like, all right, I've had enough. I don't know what this is. This is gonna bug me until probably the end of time, but I don't know at this point. I just don't know what they are, where they come from, who they are.
Wait, hold on. Why is there an extra?
Yeah, he shouldn't have one
Wait,
thread.
Yeah, there's. Why is there a red there?
You might have had one extra, or the GM might have had one.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see that red.
Yeah, it should be 3 blue versus my 3 green and a yellow.
Okay, we'll re-roll it then. You might not have cleared your pool from the last time.
Do you have like a either a mechanics, like a toolkit, or a medical kit that might count as?
I do have a toolkit. I do have a toolkit. It's integrated into my cybernetics on my left hand.
Okay, so is that where you're getting your blue boost dice from?
Well, there is no boost
Sure.
dice, but I was going to suggest that.
I mean, I didn't have any in there, but I'll take one.
Oh,
it would say on the mechanics thing if it actually has, it gives you an advantage or anything like that on it.
Well, it says it can be used for the right tool for the job if the GM thinks it would help.
Okay, so I have a question. Where did all your XP go into? Because
he's a new character.
Okay,
I am new, but I put most of it into my talent trees. I also increased my my characteristics. So I increased my brawn 1 and my intellect 1, and I want to say my willpower 1 as well.
Okay, side note here. Did we tell Steve that this is a to make a heroic level character, so with the extra 150?
Yeah, it's knight level. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, double check.
Okay.
Yeah, when I start healing you for 20 points a turn, or for 20 wound at a time, it'll all come into place. I purposely wrote the character around being primarily specialized in medical care. That was her entire focus, her entire life. Everything else has been secondary. So far, I've just not been able to do anything with it.
Okay. So go ahead and re-roll that roll. Then we'll give you over.
Make sure
with or without the boost die for the toolkit.
Yeah, with the toolkit, boost die.
Okay. Jesus.
What does IT3PO think of all this?
IT3PO actually is probably going to be following him around fairly closely since he is super interested in the cybernetics. So he's going to be listening very intently to what she is saying.
What do you want to do with all that advantage? I was asking him. I think he decides, right?
Yeah. All right. So my main goal was to really find anything out that went right down the drain. Can I get some boost later on when looking at any other cybernetics made by the same creator? And can I get any type of idea, at least on the general stuff, so wear and tear, age of it, stuff like that?
So like useful
the
knowledge.
stuff even an amateur would
know. Yeah, I'll give it to you. So I'll give you the boost on a future check on a similar item from the same person. And just out of general wear and tear, you can tell that these things, aside from being blasted and not in a perfect condition, just due to the encounter that they had with this group, you can tell that they've probably been on these creatures collectively probably for about a year, maybe a little bit longer.
Okay. So not brand new. Excellent.
Yeah, not like brand new, but not like new either.
Got it.
So, but yeah, so you can kind of tell that, and I will tell you too that by looking at them, you can even tell that the welds and other things that are mechanically at least done to it, like they're done well. Like I would think that, you know, even if you didn't know a lot about like welding and stuff like that, like you would be able to see a weld line that is just pot marked all the way down through versus a nice smooth line, and be able to say, hey, that looks really nice, and hey, that looks really bad. So I would think that you would know that. But yeah, so you're gonna do that. ITP3 or IT3PO is gonna be following you around, kind of talking to you, asking you questions about your interest in the Nexu, cybernetics, and that sort of stuff. But he's going to be keeping a particularly really close eye on you.
Okay.
Since you seem to be the only one so far that has showed a real interest in those. But anyway, okay. So everybody else is getting comfy in their beds. Zarlak, are you going to lay down with everybody else and try to go to sleep, or are you going to stay up and make sure that everybody else is protected? And then whatever his response is, what is everybody else going to do?
If no one else is clearly going to keep watch, then I'll find a corner where I have good observation of the room or the majority of them and keep watch. If somebody is clearly keeping watch, then I'll find a corner myself.
So Trent's is like always keeping watch. Well, wait, is he keeping watch over everyone, or is it just over the room where his master is?
Just over the room where his master is.
Oh, okay.
So then I'm gonna find a
rest.
Yeah, they went to bed like when it was still light out before the light. So Necro will be up really early, and then Treads will do some napping at some other point in time.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm assuming we do some kind of rotating watch.
We could do shift. Necro could take the first shift since he went to bed the
Necro already
earliest.
asleep?
Yeah, he is asleep, but you only need 8 hours of sleep. So after the first, he went to bed when it was still before it was dark out. So when so at least 3 hours he went to sleep for those 3 hours that Astra was setting up traps when it was still light out before the dark went out. So
And then you add the other hour that everybody was asleep and then got woke up in.
So if someone wants to keep watching 4 hours, Necro will be up in 4 hours from now, and he can take that watch. And then then Treads can take a nap unless we get interrupted in our sleep. But Treads will go in his sleep mode during whenever Necro's up and keep him watch.
So my character will do the first 4 hours because paranoid dude.
All right. So Wa's going to keep an eye on Zarlek. Zarlek is going to keep an eye on everybody else, and everybody else is going to go back to sleep.
Yep.
So, in that case then, everybody that is asleep, I need you guys to give me another discipline roll. Or, well, not discipline, perception. Sorry.
Difficulty?
2 purple. I had you guys roll discipline the first time. I don't know why I did that. I was dumb.
Neither. It gave me a setback because I rolled discipline instead of perception.
Okay, so what's going on? Or who's making a perception?
Anybody who's asleep right now.
Would it be vigilance? I thought perception's if you're actively looking for something. And vigilance is just if something's happening around you that happens to catch your attention.
Okay, my bad then. Yeah, so Jahat, re-roll that and do it as a vigilance. My bad. I'm sorry. So
Would it be a cool for me if since I have traps set up and I'm expecting anything?
All right, 2 purple, vigilance.
I'm gonna say no, simply because this is more auditory than it is like actual physical things happening.
All right, so non-success means you stay asleep, right?
Non-success means you stay asleep?
Yeah, if you're wanting us to notice something.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys all stay asleep. Since you are awake, I am going to say that you need to do an active perception.
Wait, I
Or,
have a
well,
question.
You're keeping
Why
watch.
would I have to do an active perception when the people who are asleep can do a passive one?
Because we were wanting to stay asleep. If we got a success, we'd be woken up. But since you're actively keeping watch, it'd be your perception.
yeah.
You're looking through the scope of your giant gun, so you're not just waiting around for the hairs on the back of your neck to stand up. You're actively looking for threats.
Yeah. And Zarlik, the same for you as well. And it'll be a 2 purple for both.
Full perception. Okay.
Hey, could I actually? I'm realizing in hindsight, I don't know what exactly you're going for this, but could I potentially combine that with either a Force C or a Farsight Force roll to either like sense to be woken up by it, or to be like having some weird dreams that are kind of related hints from the Force that wake me up?
Hold on a second. You know what? You got your triumph, so yeah, I'll say that. I'll say that as you're sleeping, you're actually like dreaming a little bit, and you all of a sudden start dreaming about fighting. Like there's a conflict going on all around you. Unfortunately, you're not able to see the figures. You're not able to see like exactly who it is. But
Right.
you can hear like blast from blasters going off, like cannons, like all sorts of stuff just kind of going off around you. So you can begin to kind of get maybe a little uneasy feeling in this dream that you're having. And then Wah,
Mm-hmm.
with your 2 successes and then that triumph, I'm going to say that you can hear something going on. Zarlak, unfortunately, you don't hear or see nothing. You're sitting in the corner. You're like kind of dozing on and off. Like your head kind of falls and it causes you to wake up, and you're like, oh yeah, I gotta stay awake. But Wah, you can hear something that's close by, but not real close. But you can hear some noises coming from a lower level
The lower level of the ship.
of the ship. Yep.
So for the rest of my character shift, he will have his gun trained on like the floor, like where the vents are and stuff, and the floor, just in case like something pops out. Because if something does pop out, he's immediately shooting it.
Okay.
So all the entry points, he's got his gun pointing at each one back and forth, right?
Yep.
All the points of entry.
But you're not waking any of us up.
Oh no, there's no need with this big ass gun.
He'll wake someone up once he pulverizes someone. If he pulverizes someone.
All right. So you're going to be sitting there and going along with your little.
So you're aiming, is what I hear, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Double
So
aiming.
You're going to be aiming down, doing very militaristic swiping from one side to the other, from door to door, from vent to vent.
Since I'm doing like is double aim a thing?
It is.
Yes.
It's 2 boosts.
Yes.
Okay, so I'd like to double aim as I'm doing it as well.
Okay. All right. As you're doing that, we'll say about 10-15 minutes pass. You periodically will hear a random like thump noise. Nothing I don't think that you would necessarily be too concerned about with your perception check. Because you're pretty confident that it's probably just, some wild animal that's running around the lower levels. So you will. However, though,
The last wild animal that was running around was cybernetic.
Yeah, and you also disintegrated it in one hit. So yeah.
It also almost knocked him unconscious in one hit as well.
Yes.
That was a buddy of its.
Yeah. So you're feeling pretty confident with your ability to use this weapon. So I don't think that you're gonna be real super like, oh my god, about it. However, though, after about 10-15 minutes and hearing these random noises, all of a sudden you see out of one of the door entrances to your right.
Shoot it.
You can see an outline or a shadow of something there, and you can see very vaguely a glint of light reflecting off of what looks like it could be a weapon of some sort.
I shoot it.
Okay.
Poor Necro who just got up to go to the bathroom.
I will give you one. I will give you one free shot at it, and then after that, we'll go into initiative.
Okay. So, do I say? So what? So is it like? I'm guessing it's like long ranged away. Am I correct?
Let's see.
Long range is like a quarter mile.
Yeah, it's not going to be long range. Since you are inside of the building, or like inside of the ship, I'll actually say short range, just simply because like the ship itself and the rooms are not going to be massive per se, especially probably the barracks area. It would probably be at most medium range, but we'll say that you're within close range to a door.
Does it have any
short
adversary
range.
or does it have any adversary or range defense?
That I don't know.
What is it? I can pull it up.
Oh, it was what I sent you.
Oh, when did you send me it?
That doesn't sound good. Where's what I sent you?
Hold on, let me look. Which app? Did you use Discord or did you do it in Roll20?
Roll20.
Okay. Are they using a vehicle?
No, they came in on foot.
Okay, so what? So what were they looking? Okay, so if anything has a range defense, is it going to be the minions or higher that he's
minions right now?
Okay, so no defenses whatsoever.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
And we can say that they're like right here, I guess.
Are they all going to be in there, or just one group
that's
first?
their entry point. That's kind of where they're coming in at.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 16 damage for each two. So basically, all their soak is gone.
You probably killed them all. How many? It depends how many is in the minion group.
Yeah. So how many is in the minion group?
10. So how much damage did you do?
I do 14 damage, and I'll use 2 to crit. And I'll use 2 more to do a what's it called? To do blast. Then I'll use my other. Then I'll use my other 2 to increase the crit range, so it's plus. What was my? Let me just.
You did
check
16 damage, not 12, not 14. It's 16 damage.
Yeah, 16. Okay, so 8, so 90, and then I use the crit to increase my
the crit automatically kills one, right? Okay.
So I crit and I do plus 20 to the crit. Not plus 20, plus 100. So the offset's going to be 100.
Are you wanting to instantly kill one, or are you wanting to actually apply a crit to the group?
To the group.
Okay,
So I believe the crit affects the entire group. Is that correct?
yeah.
I don't think so. I think a crit just kills a minion.
That's what I thought. A minion just died on a crit automatic.
Okay, well, that's what I was thinking too. Okay,
So
I'll go with that then. So there's no point in improving your crit, right?
He can kill, what, 4 or 5?
Well, he's automatically killing one with the crit, and then he's blast damaging however many others in the area.
All of them.
Yeah, so honestly, I think with that blast of
6.
10, yeah, so it'll be 10 damage from the blast. So however many of them are in engaged range. So that's just kind of up to Eli how closely packed up they are there.
A bunch of them got blown up, but there's still some in the group.
That's what I'm saying. The bottleneck, they probably would be able to get to the bottleneck. Like
as they're smoking and grabbing their heads and their blasters. I guess we're doing the initiative now.
Yep.
So for those of us who are sleeping, do you want us to roll vigilance?
Yes.
Well,
will that mess up the turn order if?
No one's rolled yet, so that's what they're asking. Okay, so here's the. I guess TRD ask if we really need Necro for this, or if he can help without Necro being woken.
That blast is going to wake him up.
Because Necro really all he does is hang out and treads his backpack anyway.
Yeah, he's not needed.
I think that blast is going to wake him up regardless if he wants to wake up or not.
Yeah, you can tell him to go back to bed.
It's GM. Yeah. Necro's used to people. Necro's been on the ship with Angiver, so Necro's used to banging and crafting happening during the time he's sleeping.
Wait. I'd like to modify what I was doing. So instead of my triumph being used to increase crit and like kill additional dude, I like them all to go prone.
All of them to go prone? Okay.
Yep.
Also, when a blast, they all fall back. That sounds so good.
Yep.
I think maybe Necro would probably have to roll like some like vision or something like that to stay.
Necro will just sleep unless Treads tells him to get up. So.
Okay, that sounds good. All right.
So Necro just wakes up and hears this massive blast, and then TRDS.
How much different could a blast be like down the hall, not next to him, but down the hall? How much louder can that be versus someone in the next room pounding and crafting droids and ship holes and stuff?
People screaming that they died and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they're way down the hall away from where he is.
It's up to GM.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah, we'll just say that you're asleep. That's fine.
For my character, do I do cool or vigilance?
You're ready. I would say cool.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, if you're awake, I would say cool. Like if you're looking prepared.
So I'm guessing all the NPCs would roll vigilance because they weren't expecting someone to actually be ready to blast them as soon as they entered.
Yes.
Okay, so.
Oh,
1.
Oops, I didn't clear my dice pool.
2.
Which room is it that we would have been sleeping in?
The barracks.
So on the current map.
Oh, there's not a barracks on here. There's just kind of a slight representation. So I just picked an area and just made it like a broom closet or a room that Necro would be in. So you just make it up. This is representation versus what you see, what you get, because I didn't know that there was a barracks, so I didn't have one on this map.
Yeah, I also would have found an empty room and jury-rigged the door lock. So
yeah, this empty room could work as a barracks, this one could work as a barracks. All right.
Yeah, that'll work.
And which way did you say they were coming in? This way?
They're down here.
Ah, down there. Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let me get all the turns now.
Yeah.
Vigilance, so 1, 2.
Oh my! Oh
Actually,
no!
I don't think he's here yet.
that ain't good.
How's a woman supposed to get her beauty rest with all this firing going on? Oh,
Vigilance.
Alrighty.
Oh, that's horrible. Okay, so this is Z to A it. All right, so NPC gets the first shot.
Alrighty. So, since this NPC is going first, let's go ahead and drop down a second Rhodian clan, and they're going to be rushing in with guns pointed, ready to go.
So that it should be me, or it should be a PC slot going first.
Yeah, my bad. It's a PC slot.
Okay, all right, my bad. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead. First PC slot.
I would like to drop my war crime and then get back my my stun, and then I'd like to fire at them.
Okay.
The group you already got down. Okay, so you're firing with a ranged weapon. You automatically get a setback because you made them prone.
Setback? Okay.
Yeah, for making them prone. What's that? Okay, there it went away.
Why am I not rolling? What?
Is your internet going slow?
I think so. I clicked 3 times and it hasn't rolled yet.
Try refreshing your character sheet.
Yeah, refresh the browser.
Has it rolled on your guys' end?
No.
Nope.
Also, we have 6. Oh, never mind. I forgot.
For miscellaneous rolls, see if it's still working.
I forgot the NPCs.
Yeah, I roll all the NPCs initiatives. Yeah. So I'll just manually put the dice in, I guess.
Yeah, it's working.
His character sheet might have something.
I just reloaded.
Okay.
Okay. Let's try this again. Okay, so that will be 14 stun damage.
Oh, stun damage now, huh? 14?
Mm-hmm.
All right, does it have pierce or anything? Nope. Okay.
Nope, no pierce.
Another Rhodian falls down, but he looks like he's snoring.
How many are left standing?
All right, so I guess there's another PC. I'm not doing the math right now, but there's less than half.
Oh, so it's like 4 or 3 left. Okay, cool.
All right, so who's going next? PC slot.
I guess I'll go.
Okay.
So I'm gonna double
Digging the
move.
Miami Vice soundtrack.
Get some action music going for combat.
All right, and I'm gonna run up there and just take a shot at the first one I see.
So what? Is it regular fire or is it stun?
Regular fire.
All right, how much damage is that? 7,
10.
8. Okay, 10. Okay. Minus. Okay.
And I will add a boost to Eisen, who is going to run up and do the same. All right, so he's going to run into the middle of all them, and oh, you know what I didn't add? I didn't add that setback because they're prone.
Oh yeah. Setback for prone, and then a boost for melee.
Okay, so it would have been 1 less damage there. It would have
Give
been
it-
9 damage for me. And then Eisen's going to run up there.
Okay.
And he's going to get bitey.
All right, he gets a boost because they're prone.
Yep.
So how do you want to use all that?
I will go ahead and...
I think they're all dead from that.
Let me do his sound effects.
He put 7 of them in his mouth.
Yeah, he's gonna bite. So it's gonna be 12 base damage. He'll crit, pass a boost and an upgrade to the next person with the remaining advantage.
All right, so 12 damage. Okay.
And just 1 flat out killed with the crit.
So you kill 2 more. Ah! Man, there's not very many. I think there might be 1. Let's see. Yeah, there's 1 left.
What his morale's looking at about now.
All right. Now it's in a PC slot. Now, do you want... Now, this Rhodian group was about to jump in, and then they see that big old monster, like, with the arm of one of the Rhodian companions in its mouth, still bleeding. What would you say they do, GM?
I would say that they would probably maybe kind of take a step back and just kind of linger just outside of this entryway.
Like maybe on the top floor?
Some sort of cover.
All right. So are they on the same floor level? Are they on the same floor level, or are they coming from...
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no, they're on the same floor at this point.
Okay, so they're going to take cover. So that's some... I guess that's a move.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'll mess with updating their stuff later. Okay, so then I guess they'll shoot.
Yeah, they'll use their blasters. And they'll shoot at... I'm going to say the only one they can really see at this point is going to be Jahat. So
No.
they'll...
What about that big old terrifying monster that has an arm of their companion in its mouth?
Oh, yeah. We'll say that they shoot there. That makes the most sense.
I think has the highest threat.
I feel like Jahat has a bit of cover if they were to shoot him.
Well, you have to spend a maneuver to take cover.
Oh, okay.
So they'll... I always forget about his pet. Okay. So they'll go after his pet then.
All right. Any defenses? It's adversary 3, right?
Yes, and this is for no range defense, only melee defense. So
Okay.
just adversary 3.
All right. Let's see what happens. Seven. Does that do any damage?
Actually, no, that doesn't get through a soak.
What happens with the threat?
I'd say free maneuver.
Jahad gets to choose.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, the free maneuver really only work. I think that it's the targeted character though, right?
Yeah, so you probably get close to them.
Well, Eisen's already taken two maneuvers this turn, so
Let's give him a boost for his next attack.
Or setback.
I'm trying to find. I had this chart pulled up. There it is. Actually, it just says an opponent. Doesn't have to be the targeted character. So I'll give a free maneuver to, I guess, the next, whichever PC hasn't gone yet.
Tretch could take it to get closer.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. There we go. Now it's a PC slot. It's a PC slot now.
I'll take that to try to get into a position where I can see all of you, maybe at short or medium range from all of you over here.
Okay. So move over here.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna do any actions or just move?
Actually, I'll move as close as I can. I don't know what you guys are doing with range bands or anything here.
6. Oh, sorry. 6. We're
no.
doing increments of 6. So short range is within 6, medium is 12, long is
1, 2,
18, and then the whole map is extreme.
Okay. Well, then I will move to within short, and then I'm gonna. That's my maneuver. I'm gonna sit tight. I'm gonna sit back and see what happens.
All right. So both Rhodian groups are minion groups are engaged. We got 2 rivals on Nemesis. What do you want to do next, Eli?
Let's go ahead and have the other NPC group attack again at the doggy that's in front of them if it's the NPC again.
Yeah, so they've got blaster pistols and vibro knives. Since they're already engaged and they're on the ground, they'll just start attacking because I don't think you take a penalty if you're doing melee while prone. You get a boost, or the opponent gets a boost attacking you, though.
That's fine. Yeah, that'll work. They
Okay.
can use their vibro knives.
So it's only one guy left. All right, so what's the range defense?
I mean melee.
For Eisen, it's going to be 2 range defense. Or 2 melee defense, dang it.
All right, 2 melee.
And the 3 adversary.
All right, got that. I'm going to go ahead and aim. All right, let's see if this does anything. So Pierce 2 plus 6 Pierce 2. Does that do anything?
Nope. Still, that's right on the edge of getting through.
All right.
Well,
So
the pierce goes through the armor.
what do you want the?
You got a spare.
Yeah, but his armor's still higher. You have to it just lowers the pierce. It basically lowers the armor by 2. It doesn't actually give you a free hit. All right.
Let's see. You know what? There's not a lot of super fun things I can do right there. Actually, you know what? Okay, so I can upgrade the difficulty of an allied character's next check. So what I'll do is, as it's sitting there stabbing at him, Eisen's going to grab him by the arm and start kind of like ragdolling him back and forth, and he's just kind of getting in the way and making the next enemy's shot more difficult as Eisen's tearing this thing around like a squeaky toy.
Blood splashing everywhere and obscuring. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, now it's an NPC slot.
Let's say adversary. Say adversary 2 or adversary 3 for that.
3.
Okay, what do you want to do next, GM? You got 2 Trandoshans and the kind of mini boss guy.
Oh, that's scary.
Let's go ahead and take a shot with the other group at...
Both minions groups have gone this turn, so it'd have to be either...
Okay, sorry. Yeah, let's have the other guy walk in then.
Trandoshan. Right, he's enters the room. Man.
And let's see.
That beast is hard to ignore. it's right next to a pile of dead Rhodians. Blood splattering everywhere.
Yeah, we'll have him attack Yeezan again. Or, well, this time.
Problem is he probably ain't going to hit anything. All right, so it's got no range defense. It's upgraded 3 times though. Technically, it's 4 because he's engaged with an ally.
And then another upgrade because of the despair.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get nothing but. So it's gonna go ahead and take strain and aim, but it has no strain. It'll take wounds and aim. Oh wait, I don't think it can. Never mind. I don't think you can take voluntary. Wait, yeah, no, rivals. Yeah. Rivals can, its minions it can't. Okay, so it'll take 2 wounds to aim. Here we go. Blaster rifle. Yep. It's got nothing else. Cool. 11. Does 11 get through?
There should be an extra. I think one more red there. Am I crazy? No.
Maybe the upgrade's not working. I don't know. I put 1 purple because it's short range and I upgraded it 5 times. So.
Okay, never mind then. Yeah. So that actually does get through. So he's going to take 3 damage.
And then it looks at him with blood and it starts to snarl and he doesn't look as confident anymore and he's like, oh crap. All right, who do you want to go next? Camus, another NPC. You've got 1 more rival and 1 nemesis.
Let's do the nemesis.
All right, and what do you want the nemesis to do? You can also talk if you want with him.
No. It as long as they're shooting, they're gonna shoot first and ask questions later.
Okay.
So he's gonna pop a shot at Doggo here.
He's going to attempt to pop a shot though at Doggo.
Well, yes.
Okay, and he has adversary 2.
3. So it'll be
No. This nemesis.
Oh.
I just need to update its token real fast.
Yeah, so this one doesn't have that extra upgrade from the despair earlier, so this will just be 4 upgrades.
Okay. Yeah, just because of what's happening and all the carnage here, and he's the immediate threat, I think it would only make sense that they'd, just shoot at it. All right. They're kind of wanting to stay not adjacent to each other in case someone has a grenade. All right, so he comes in. And what's he better at? He'll use the heavy blaster pistol.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
All right, so 1 purple, short range, and then upgrade 4 times because he's still engaged with 1 single Rhodian.
All right.
Oh. Eli, you have a triumph you can use to do something.
Yeah, so since he totally missed the job, he'll give like a quick 5-word rallying speech, sort of grant his remaining troops here a boost.
5,000 extra credits whoever brings me that dog's head. How's that?
There you go. That'll work. So yeah, so they'll get a boost to their next, and that'll be their turn.
All right, PC slot.
Really sad.
I did read a little bit about what conditions are, so when that conditions happens, you can jump in and do that story.
Oh, okay.
PC slot. PC? Who hasn't gone yet?
I haven't gone.
Okay, you haven't gone, and then Treads will do the last one. Well, Is there?
You can go. I'm not even nearby, y'all.
All right, then I guess Treads will take this one. All right, Treads is going to go ahead and shoot at the creature that's not engaged with an ally, which is this Trandoshan, who seemed to have been the only one that actually did damage to the dog. Treads will use... All right, he can do the stun cannon. All right. So it's 1 purple. He does not get speaks binary because his master is snoozing.
S for stun.
Yep. TRDS. Stuntastic is a word, and I will show you what stuntastic looks like. All right,
really
so
all the stuntastic
11,
thing.
12, 13, 14. So 14 stun damage. And concussive. What does that do again? I think I want concussive.
Wait, what? Are you shooting?
Okay, yeah, the concussive will leave it shell-shocked. From mighty blows of punishing shockwaves, unable to perform any but the most basic actions. The target is staggered for a number of rounds equal to the weapon's concussive rating. A staggered target cannot perform actions. All right, so this Trandoshan takes 14 stun damage and cannot take any actions for 1 round.
Okay.
1 round. I'll do that for stun, and it's got pretty good soak, so it takes... but this is all stun. I need to see what stun is. Oh, it doesn't have it, so it goes to its wounds anyway. It's just stun damage. All right. So 14 minus 5 is 12. Okay, this guy's barely up.
Do you have an extra PC slot somewhere? I see 2 other slots.
Is that is IT3PO counted as on a PC slot?
Oh, you know what? Yager was isn't on an NPC section, so I bet Yager was marked as a PC. Yep, he's an NPC. Okay, so one of those is Yager's. I gotta see which one.
So probably his 0-0.
Yeah, I'll just set him to 0-0. That makes it easier.
That's fine. You can leave the PC slot on there if you want to for the
Okay.
IT3PO. Just so he can be interactive.
Okay. All right, so this Trandoshan's he's barely hanging on. He's barely conscious, and he looks like he's looking at imaginary stars floating around its head. All right, so it's a PC slot now.
Asta,
Oh! What's going on out there? Can't a lady get her sleep?
Where is
Are
she?
y'all really need me, or is something going on?
That's a gunfight. You love gunfights.
No, I like to avoid them, but yeah. All right, I'll be on my way. She's gonna stealth. So what's my difficulty?
2 red. I think it's the best vigilance. So 2 red.
Okay, I'm going to use Master of Shadows, which requires me to take 2 strain, 2 degrees skill for the next stealth or Skadawi check by 1. So that'll be what? Just a 1 red?
Yep. If you decrease the difficulty, it subtracts it by 1. Yeah, if you send me a message, GM, just let me know, because I have the sound effects panel open, so I got to switch over to chat.
Oh, okay. All right, I can do that.
No problem.
Oh, I've definitely stealthed. And I'm gonna recover the strain. I guess when she's walking around and stealthily stuff like that, she's gonna make a lot of noise. So it seems like there's a lot more people. So coming their way, it's going to fight off. So maybe that will give my guys some boost because these guys will be like, "Oh crap, how many people are we actually fighting against?" So give boost to everyone for that.
All right, so it sounds like lots more footsteps are coming down from wherever Asta's character is. All right, so this last PC slot I'll put for the last Trandoshan mercenary. GM, do you want the last Trandoshan mercenary to come down? What do you want to happen?
No. We'll say that they were back a little ways, so they're still making their way.
Okay. Is any of them talking on the comms, saying anything?
Yeah, we can say that in between firing and whatever, that one of them can be relaying like information of what's going on inside.
We're getting slaughtered out here. There's this really big dog and a big powerful droid and a creature with a really, really, really big gun.
And a lot more coming. Y'all like this about how it's gonna be.
And it sounds like we might be outnumbered.
And then IT3PO will poke their head kind of out around the corner and see what is left of like the Rhodians and whoever else he can see. And he'll actually say out loud that those are the guys who kidnapped him. He's just going to shout that out.
You said what?
Those are my kidnappers.
Yeah, the guys that you were attacking were the ones that kidnapped him back on the wheel.
Please, somebody save me. I do not want to be kidnapped again. Oh, what a horrendous ordeal.
Yeah, so he'll be kind of pacing around, just
like a silver C-3PO.
He doesn't want to be caught again.
Yeah, he's a silver C-3PO with the arms waving. Oh no, heavens me.
Think C-3PO during any combat fighting in any of the Star Wars movies.
So with all this noise going on, I'm assuming the Nexus are awake and probably making some noise.
Nexus are in another room with the door shut.
Well, you can probably hear the growling and stuff like that, probably, right?
It's up to the GM.
No, I'm gonna say that you guys knocked them out pretty good, and they're still napping.
I put a light side so that you can hear them through the walls, whether growling or just stirring around, just noise.
Sure.
Yeah, if you want to waste a light side on it, that's cool. I mean, spend a light side. Give the GM some.
Oh, y'all fine with that? I want to use that and stuff like that to help.
Yeah, it's free flowing. If you want to do a light side, go ahead, go for it.
Okay. So my reasoning is that I want to try to stop this fight, at least scare them off. I'm going to lie to them and tell them that good thing we got these Nexus reprogrammed. Now they're going to fight for us, and tell them they better throw the weapons down and surrender, or we're going to release the Nexu on them.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable for giving you some boost or upgrades or something for your skill check.
Okay, that's what I want to do. I want to lie to these people about that to get them to.
Where I don't know where your character's on the map. You're hidden so well. Okay, here you are. I see you now. Are you saying something out loud, real loud?
That's what she's going to use. And she's going to use her voice thing, so she's going to have like a manly voice come across, a really deep manly voice.
Is it her turn yet, or are you going to do that at the start of next round?
I mean, if I can end combat, then I'll do that.
Okay.
I got to wait for my turn. I'll wait for my turn.
Okay, it's round 2 now. It's a PC slot.
Would anyone mind if I took this one?
Like I said, I was going to try to end combat, so y'all fine with that. To all that.
Make a decision. Who's going first? PC slot.
I'll go and Asa can go next.
Okay. Yeah, I got a false voice transmitter. That's what I was going to use it for.
So,
Wall will pick up his war crime and then move over there. So he's going to take 2 strain from that. And he's going to shoot the big dude. That one.
Okay, you are.
Range. So it's one setback and 2 upgrades for adversary 2.
Yep. Hey, okay, so I will. Is anyone mind if I use the light side?
I think that'll be our last one. Oh no, yeah, no, we have one more after that.
So I'll use a light side to activate my targeted blow. So it does.
Hey, Wah,
Mhm.
you did not spend an action to reload that. You said you dropped it, right? You spend another action to shoot, so you would actually have to reload your weapon.
Wait. I thought it just reloaded on its own. Like you just let it sit for a round and then it reloads.
You know, I gotta look that up now. Slow firing.
I think he's right. I don't think it's explicitly something that needs to be reloaded. It just has to,
It's a
cool
cooldown.
down.
Okay, so
Yeah, slow firing is 1 round of cooldown.
okay, never mind then. Okay, so cool.
So I activate my targeted blow ability, and so I'm dealing. I would like to deal 18 damage to this dude, and I use my triumph to crit, and it's going to be a plus 80 on the crit.
Ah, okay.
Can we say dead, just like that Nexu?
Well, depends on what they roll.
He's about to die.
Drop in the hell.
All right.
Oh wait, what happens from the one threat?
You will. I don't know, GM. What do you want to do with the threat?
You strike fear into his entire being at this point.
No,
I mean for me,
he takes a threat. Yeah, he got a threat in shooting him. Strain maybe.
Yeah, that'll work. He can take strain.
Okay.
All right, now one more PC. These Rhodians are looking like they're
That's
being
what I'm
hurt.
gonna do. I'm gonna use my false voice transmitter, which allows me to upgrade my check once. For my deception check, I'm gonna sound like that big, like a big guy, and tell him, that what I just said pretty much earlier.
Say it in character.
What's that?
Say it in character now.
Good thing we got those Nexu up and running. Maybe we should go sick them loose on these guys. Tell you what, y'all throw down your weapons and we won't let them loose. Otherwise, we'll I don't think there's gonna be much left of you after we're done with that.
I'm guessing that's like an intimidation thing.
All right, so
No, she's saying she has the Nexu under her control, so she's lying.
all right, so for discipline, that's gonna be a red and a purple. All right, it's up to GM interpretation.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that they absolutely 100% believe that you are going to release a bunch of Nexu. If
Nexu that we have reprogrammed.
yeah, that you have. So they're absolutely gonna believe that you were about to release this. So 100%, they are all quaking in their boots right now.
They might even think that creature that killed all those Rhodians might just be one Nexu with the ferocity it has.
Could very well be.
Down to the count of 3. 1, 2.
So that's PC slot, now it's an NPC slot, so now you can respond.
Okay, so with that being said, let's have Yar be the first one to back out of there.
Yar suffers 1 strain and suffers 1 wound and 1 strain at the beginning of this round.
Okay. He's blood spurting out.
Yeah, he's gonna take off as fast as he can.
He's eventually going to die, like just out in the woods.
Without medical treatment. Hey, we got a medic in the group now.
Hey, we got a medic. Yeah.
Does he want to say or do anything, or is he going to try and run? What's he want to do? He knows he knows he's going to die in 3 rounds if he's not treated.
Yeah, he's gonna just yell retreat and take off.
Okay. All right. Are the PCs going to pursue them, or are you going to finish them off?
Not to throw down the weapons and surrender. I didn't tell them to run.
All right. So you said Yar did
and
not.
With that triumph, I want them to be convinced that nothing's going to happen to them as long as they surrender.
All right. So do you want Yar to take off and ignore his surrender warning and just run out?
Yes.
All right. Yar ignores you and he runs, leaving a big old blood trail behind. The medic knows he'll be dead in like a couple minutes with that severe wound.
Not even a couple of minutes. It most
whatever the turns are. I don't know what rounds are in this.
6 seconds usually.
I think that's
no. In this, a turn is about a minute.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
So about 3 minutes he'll be dead without treatment. All right, it's a PC slot now.
I'll go ahead and take this, actually, if you guys don't mind. And Jahat's going to activate his jetpack and take off this guy. So what do you need me to roll for the piloting check there?
What speed? I guess your jetpack's only a speed 1, so you go speed 1.
Go up to speed 4.
Oh, this is a custom one you made. Okay, so it counts the vehicle. It's not the standard. So I guess it uses planetary. Okay, so whatever you want to do. What are you doing? What speed are you taking it at?
Even just with speed 1, I can get close enough to catch up to him there.
Yeah, speed 1 is will get you extreme range on the personal scale. All right. So Eli, is there going to be any setback added for avoiding difficult terrain or dodging in and out of the vehicle?
Yes, we're gonna say 2 setback.
All right, so
I've got the customized controls that reduce that to 1 setback. What's the actual difficulty going to be?
Based on your speed. So whatever your speed set to is, yeah.
All right. Wow.
Dag nabbit.
Okay, so do I guess I'll probably hit something, bump something on my way out.
Yeah, as you're going and exiting out, or attempting to exit out through the hole that is there, that he had jumped out of, you misjudge the calculations of the hole and the size and your speed. And so you don't quite get your body turned just in time to make it actually out through that hole. So you kind of rammed the backpack part and everything a little bit into the wall as you're trying to get out.
Okay, so how far do I get? And do I suffer a wound or something, or strain?
We'll say that you take a strain because now your jetpack is probably not running at 100% at this point.
Okay.
So you and your vehicle take 1 strain.
Yeah, okay. So it's a little more difficult to maneuver.
Okay. So I'll and you said I hit as I'm getting to the exit?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take strain for a second maneuver, and I'm going to run up to get a little bit closer to this guy.
Okay.
Okay, and then I would like to make a bind check against him. So
2 purple
in this case,
discipline.
because he's a nemesis or rival, then you get to decide what he's going to do for the opposed check here.
Okay.
So with me trying to force choke him and stop him from wiggling.
Maybe athletics.
Yeah, I would say athletics too.
It's 3 purple.
Okay. And I'm assuming discipline for me.
Yeah, usually force powers are discipline.
Oof.
Taking some conflict, huh?
Purple.
Yeah. Well,
start.
because he's got adversary. He's got adversary. Oh, how many adversary does he have?
2.
No. Well, that still wouldn't bring that. That still wouldn't be enough.
But the adversaries are only for combat checks. You shouldn't be upgraded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't have been upgraded.
Yeah, you're not doing a combat check. You're doing force power.
Does this not count? I think this counts as a combat check.
Oh, okay.
No, because I don't have to roll it whenever I do use my hand buzzer, because it's not a combat action.
Eli, how do you want to run it?
I mean, I'm good with doing it as a combat thing, simply just because, I mean, you are at this point trying to forcibly keep him around. You're not allowing him to freely leave. And you have been fighting him, so yeah, I mean, it makes sense to be a combat. That's fine.
Okay, so I fail both the check and the force power to activate here, so he is not bound.
Okay.
And that'll be it for me. Eisen is going to keep chomping on this Rhodian in front of him.
All right. Get 1 success and it's dead.
If he kills him, we're going to say, oh, that's what happens when you run. Who's next?
You know what? Here's a question. With 2-weapon fighting, can I target different targets with that?
It's the same target for... Auto fire is the one that lets you do more than 1 target, but 2-weapon fighting is for the same target.
All right.
So, yeah, I would say that you killed him.
All right. I'll sling the body over towards that remaining group of Rhodians and give them a upgrade on the difficulty of their next roll. And I'll pass 2 boosts to the next person.
All right. GM.
They're positioning him in between the exit, so that way he blocks him from leaving.
All right.
So Fearless Leader just left, bleeding out. The Trandoshan mercenary that's in there is almost knocked unconscious, barely hanging on, and it's stunned. It's looking at imaginary stars floating around its head. And you got the Rhodian clan that is undamaged at the moment, but it's got a difficulty. It's got an upgrade on any combat checks it wants to do for seeing all of its companions ripped to shreds and blood and all that stuff.
All right, so let's have the Trandoshan mercenary that has not entered the scene yet run off in aid of his master. So he's going to be running after him. Or like basically trying to intercept him at some point in the future.
So are they not complying with... they're not going to comply with the orders of dropping their weapons and surrendering. They're going to start running.
Yeah, they're going to start.
Even after they got that triumph, no one believes that.
So who are you activating? The minion group or the rival?
We got a sleeping one, so we can be separate.
Well, the first one is going to be the Trandoshan mercenary that's outside.
Okay, and he's okay. So where do you want him to move to?
Yeah, so we'll say like when all of that happened, Year got on the comms and said to everybody to retreat, and he took off. So since the Trandoshan is standing there, he can kind of see Year like hop out of the building and then vacate out, running away, bleeding. So he's gonna kind of be running parallel to him until he can catch up to him. At some other point before he dies. And then
He could double move to get there.
yeah. So then he'll do that to ensure that he's not within range of, or not noticed, I guess, by any of the other people, but has an eye on his guy so he can get to him if need be, like if he drops or something like that, or falls, trips, whatever. That signals that he is about to die.
Okay, and it's another NPC slot.
Then
Let's have the Randoshan guy.
So he cannot do any actions since he's
Oh, that's
stunned.
right.
He can do he can do a maneuver only, but there's a big old guard dog blocking the way they came in.
Okay. Let's have the Rhodian clan then go out and attack Ian.
Are they gonna shoot at him?
Yeah, they're gonna shoot at him. They're just gonna move into position to where they can see him and then shoot.
All right. So they'll be right here, so they won't be at engaged range, and then shoot at it.
Sounds good.
All right. You said there's no melee defense on them, but they do get an upgrade, and then they get 3 upgrades. So it'll be 4 upgrades total. Here we go. Here we go.
Nope.
No, I definitely don't think that they hit. They're starting to look very much like what you have encountered in the past of the stormtroopers. They couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
Yep, and one more NPC slot.
Well, that would be the Trandoshan mercenary, and he can't do anything.
Well, he can
So-
move. He can move and he can talk. He just can't do any actions for one.
Yeah,
round.
he has one maneuver.
all right. So for my triumph, I use played him like a coup horn or whatever it is.
It's not your
called.
turn yet.
Well, I'm still, like I said, I haven't used my triumph on that, and if they're all not runnings, and then I mean, I was very convincing, so I'm confused.
They don't believe you.
You're basically. What do you mean?
Okay, so then play them like a clue horn is through deception, characters cultivate local contact offers unexpected in some form GM's choosing. So there's information was fly. So maybe I find out some information, maybe they let something slip or something, they drop something, I guess, for that triumph.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we'll rectify that in a minute here.
Okay.
So the Trandoshan mercenary then is just going to make his way the best that he can towards the exit. He won't actually exit since Ian is blocking that way and needs to be dealt with, but he'll be outside of engaged range of him, but be making his way towards that exit as well. Telling his other members there to take out that mutt.
So is he moving like here, or is he moving outside?
Yeah, he can stick there. That's fine. Just one spot. That'll
Okay.
work.
All right, it's a PC slot.
I'll take this one just because I have to step away for a quick minute. Since none of you are being injured, I'm going to round the corner and get a little bit closer of a view of everything and keep an eye on everybody. So that's my maneuver. And then I'm going to take a strain to take another maneuver. And that is going to be to take cover. And so that way, if somebody tries to pop a shot at me, I'm getting +1 range defense for taking cover.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Is that going to be everything?
That's everything.
All right. Next PC slot.
Who hasn't gone yet? Treads hasn't gone.
It's not gone.
Who else?
The other one's an NPC. You've got to switch it.
Okay,
The
so
000 is an NPC.
so Treads is the only one left then, right? Okay. I guess Treads will finish what he started. He's gonna move within short range if he's not there already. Yeah, he'll have to move. So he'll move and then shoot him with the stun cannon again.
Okay.
All right, so it's just one purple. And he's knocked out. At least one person's not going to be dead.
All right.
Oh, we already have one person that is.
Oh yeah, you probably have a few. Okay, well, another person's not dead.
All right. So he's knocked unconscious now.
New round PC slot. New round PC slot.
Yep, PC.
I think I'm gonna try again on getting Yiyar with the bind.
Go ahead.
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't think you're gonna do that.
I don't think so either. I'm gonna have Eisen come running up behind though and do the fur missile thing.
Okay.
Does he have any melee defense?
1 melee, adversary 2.
This is how much melee? Sorry.
1 melee, and it's adversary 2.
No one used my boost I gave him.
Wait, you gave boost?
I gave out, I think, 3 for my stealth check.
Oh.
Oops.
I'll take a boost.
You can have all the boosts. There you go. Just
and I'm also
take the 3 boosts he passed out.
Okay.
Why not? Make sure you do some real work on him. Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Something good,
Oh,
something
geez.
bad.
So, yeah, I mean, he's gonna bite him, but
Yeah. So I'll do the 11 damage. I'm making that a non-lethal takedown, so he's just taken to the dirt. He drives him head first into a tree in the tackle. And I'm actually going to spend the advantage to have Eisen recover strain.
okay.
For that triumph. Can I spin that to like? Sorry, I'm switching back to that chart. I'll spin that to upgrade the next allied check. That's the easy one.
Doesn't the despair counter the?
No,
Nope.
they don't
No,
counter.
despairs and triumphs don't counter. They both happen.
Yeah, so
Interact.
you get to pick
Got
what
it.
happens with despair.
Okay.
He tried to make it non-lethal.
Well, you can't
Well,
counteract
yeah,
it. He used the triumph to make it non-lethal, so she can't
Yeah.
counter it.
Oh no, I didn't use the triumph to make
He
it.
told his dog not to kill him. He told him to put him down. So as I was saying, if she wants something to do with this bear, she could kill him. He would actually. Oops.
Okay. Well, yeah. Then in that case, it's not a lethal blow that you deal to him. You just literally take him down. Then.
Okay.
He's still bleeding out though because of the crit. So if he doesn't get medical treatments in 2 rounds, he will die.
Well, he'll technically, I guess, fall unconscious and then start rolling additional crits
Oh yeah,
at that point.
that's
So that
true.
can become lethal.
You're right.
You don't to despair though.
What are you spending the despair on? Okay, Cam.
Think.
I have a suggestion if you don't get that.
Yi Yan ends up in his frenzy, taking a pretty good bite, out of Yiyar's blaster that at this point he has holstered and is running away as fast as he can. So because he took a big old bite and that included the blaster bits, we're gonna say that he actually cracks and breaks off a couple of teeth. So his next turn to attack is going to put a setback for his bite attack.
Okay. Too bad we don't have any spare cybernetic teeth laying around and a very talented cyberneticist.
All right. A PC slot.
So who's going to take that slot?
I guess I can take it.
All right. There's one Rhodian group still up.
I will keep on holding my big gun, even though I can't use it, and I'll point it at them and yell at them to surrender and put their weapons down.
Do what my boss said, or do what the other guy said. Put him down.
So that'd be a coercion, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh god. So that's against discipline, right?
Yeah.
What's their discipline?
Oh, this is a minion group. So it's 1 red and 4 purple.
It is also.
Wait, it gets a minion group?
Yeah, it's an actual group skill.
Oh, I can't do that then.
You do get a upgrade from my triumph if you do this. And I'd argue that the situation's probably worth at least a couple boosts since they're getting rickety wrecked.
What say you, GM?
Also, I already told them to put him down. They won't be harmed and surrender.
Yeah, they're more in fear of their lives at this point, so they're not really hearing any sort of logic coming from any. They're worried at this point just about getting out. So they are.
So no boost?
Yeah, no boost.
I was trying to take him captive.
You have to stun them, I guess.
They hard headed.
Nope.
Out.
Jeez.
All right. What do you want to do with the NPC? Oh, and threat. What do you want to do with the threat? So he has his gun up. He doesn't think they know that it has to charge still, and when he tells them to stand down, basically.
Which weapon are you holding, Wa?
The big, huge gun.
But it has to recharge. But he's hoping they don't know that.
Gotcha.
3 threat, and you make him drop a weapon.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That sounds like a pretty good idea.
As you're holding it really tightly, it slips out of your hands and falls on the ground.
There you go. In all this combat, your hands begin to become a little sweaty, and you begin to attempt to grip it tighter as the fight intensifies. And because of your very strong grip, you end up having it fly out of your hands and onto the ground in front of you. Sounds good.
All right. NPC.
Okay, we're gonna have the Trandoshan mercenary outside go and continue. Okay. He's gonna see that Yiyar's pretty much done for, and he's gonna say, well, done for, there's possibility that I can move up in the ranks.
And more, less ways to split it.
Yes. And so he's going to go ahead and continue to take off, but now in a different direction. So he'll continue to take off south, kind of southwest if you're looking at the map, technically.
So he'll double book it. Did you want to spend a dark side point to slip out
Yeah.
unnoticed? Okay, so let's.
Yeah, we can do that. I can do that.
Because you're wanting him to get away at least, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll spend a dark side point. I learned from my game. All right, we use the dark side point, and he kind of just slips out of everyone's mind. They're not focused on him, and he gets away.
There you go.
All right, it's PC slot.
And then after that, we'll have the Rhodian clan poke their head out towards.
Oh, it's PC.
Oh, PC. Sorry. Go ahead. Who is next?
I don't think Asta has gone yet this round.
No, I haven't gone. I guess I'll slip into the room and see what's going on to see anyone actually listens.
The Rhodian still has his weapons.
So when you slip into the room, you see that, one, no one listened to you, and two, Wall's gun is on the ground at his feet.
How many's left?
10, but they're a group.
10 in the group is left? Okay.
They're a minion group.
You forgot to move your character down there, your token.
Yeah, I was trying to see what she can do. She's not a fighter. That's why she, and everything like that. I guess she will repeat what she said earlier.
So it's 1 red and 4 purple against this minion group.
1 red and 4 purple.
Yeah, for discipline, if you're going against their discipline, because that's an Ashhole group, minion group skill.
Necro, check your
Okay.
screen when you get a sec.
I'll use Master Shadows again to make it 1 red, 3 purple.
Okay.
You're doing what again?
I'm going to repeat what was said. I guess we reaffirm what I said and see maybe if they actually start listening now and mention the fact, well, that the other ones will be brought in shortly. In fact, they're being brought back right now. So unless you want to wait their fate, then I suggest you, like I said, put down their weapons now and surrender.
Okay.
No negotiation.
They're done. They're there.
Okay, thank you. All right, so is that everything?
Yeah, so Asta rolled against her discipline to get them to drop their weapons and surrender. And that's his
Okay.
roll.
Okay, well, then they'll drop their weapons.
And for the extra blue, I guess can be used to save that guy's life when they bring him back to us.
So give him a boost to the medic.
So the doctor can roll, I guess.
All right, you can give
Wait,
boost to the medic.
Yeah, boost is medical when he does it. I think he stepped away for a little bit.
Yeah. But we can roll that once we kind of get out of combat.
Yeah, we can do that later. So yeah, I just want to try to get in combat as soon as possible.
Okay, are we out of combat then? Are the Rhodians giving up?
They're throwing their weapons down right now, but that's all you know.
Yeah, she go and they drop their weapons. Speaking of Huttese, does anyone know Huttese?
Let me see. I think my character does.
TRD-2 does, just because they were owned by a Hutt. What did they say?
They say, well, if you can understand Huttese, they say, go ahead and drop your weapons. This is to be forgotten. Like, it doesn't make any sense. What they say makes no sense.
Okay. I think you may have hit them too hard.
Yeah, she speaks Huttese.
Yeah, so you probably think that they were hitting the head too hard because their speech is kind of slurring and not making sense.
I can repeat what I since
Well,
they
they did drop their weapons.
Okay.
All right. So the one NPC group that's still around, what do you want them to do? Okay, Cam.
Double time it and book it out of there.
Oh, they dropped their weapons or gonna try and run out. Okay.
Yes.
Which way are they going? Because they probably have no idea where our PCs are at.
Southwest. Same sort of trajectory as the Transocean.
Okay. So it'll probably take them, some time to get through the hole without tripping and falling to their deaths, and probably move short range.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go. Uh-oh, it's not showing up on my, oh, there it goes. It's just lagging really bad. Okay. It's all the other PCs are down. It's PC slot left.
That'll be Treads. No one left.
All right, Treads will move here and shoot out the hole at them.
All right.
With the gun. DRDS stun.
He cast on boost because I'll point. They went that way because they ran down after she heard them running.
All right, how many boost?
I took 2 to recover my strain, so we get 2 because you'll be the next person to go, and 1 extra, so 2 boosts.
Okay. So I want to do conclusive, so they can't do any actions, and they take 15 stun damage, and there is no crit. Oh wait, there is a crit. Oh, okay, cool. No, I can't do both. I'll do the concussive, so they can't take an action. They can only do move.
Okay.
So it'll be 15 stun damage. Which goes to their wounds because they're minions.
All right. So you can see that maybe 1 or 2 of them end up falling.
Yeah, one falls for sure.
Yeah, as you're going off, and you think maybe another is.
But they all look like they can't do any actions.
Yeah.
All right. PC. He stepped away. Is he back? Is Zarek back?
He already made his action, I think.
All right. New round.
No, I don't think he made his action, but he's not here to make his action anyways.
Yeah. So top of the round. Who's going?
I will blast at the fleeing Rhodians.
Okay. Is it stun or regular?
I'll do regular.
All right.
Well, they were told to surrender or they're going to get killed, so that makes sense.
I'm an honest man.
That's why you shoot him in the back. That's what you do when you're being honest.
Exact. Wait, what?
That's a warning shot, just so you know.
Yeah, obviously ignore all the force dice there. Yeah, so he planks a few shots through the trees. He feels a lot better, and then he's going to grab onto Yar and start dragging it back towards the hull as his move. Eisen is going to run off after the bad guys and bite at him a little bit.
Okay.
Does he have an attack that doesn't snare?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
I saw the group of them.
All right. So go bite that Rhodian butt.
Don't forget your 2 setback. Or, yeah.
Oh yeah, from your teeth, your toothache.
Yep.
All right.
They scream, my butt, my butt.
Yeah, I'll do. I'll crit with the triumph. Kill one.
All right. Ah!
So there you go. Took down another one.
I took down 2 actually.
Oh, okay. Took down 2 then.
He bit both of their. He got a cheek in both. In one mouth. A cheek from both of them in one mouth.
That's just gross.
What's the recipe? Are these rodents just gonna die? Because I don't think we gotta keep cycling through. I think we can end combat if they're just gonna get themselves killed.
If they're concussed, I don't think they can really get away.
All they can do is move. They can't do an action.
Yeah, I mean, my plan was to have them this next turn double move it again to get out, but either way, I mean, I suppose that
You can always
they're gonna keep up. So yeah, we can just kill them off. That's fine.
at least one survivor.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll call him back when there's one remaining.
They put their hands up.
All right, combat's over. How long did that combat take?
Way
while.
longer than it needed to.
I tried to end it quickly.
Does Necro got a full 8 hours of sleep yet?
That is a good question.
I think you're coming close to a full 8 hours. So you are.
All this to avoid one setback on every skill check.
But hey, at least it wasn't like all the other combats where like 2 rounds go by and you guys finish them off. So that was at least fun on my part.
It was for that and that one defense, but then Tread's gonna be up though.
You're just going to encourage Wa to get a second war crime so he can shoot one, swap out, get another one, shoot them, and then it will be over in 2 rounds again.
Oh god.
Oh geez, don't give him any ideas.
Of course, he might get executed on sight if Imperial see him with 2 war crimes.
Alright.
I can just imagine people just watching this dude walk up with 2 war crimes and they're just like, nope, I'm heading out.
You see a whole bunch of them get on their comms at once trying to get a big-ass reward for turning you in.
I'm
Alright.
heading out.
You still want to think about offline, I guess, the Triumph, what I find out about these guys or get from them information?
Well, now that they're dead, we can
Some are alive. Some have been stunned.
yeah, so some of them are still alive. So we can say that you gathered them up and wait for them to kind of still come back to.
We could use your vine rope and bind them.
There you go.
Okay.
We can always just leave them in the same room as the
Nexu, I'll say
cyber. Just leave them tied up on opposite sides of the room.
TRDS for scare the hell out of them. I like it.
And help us with the deception or coercion.
Okay. So with that, you guys can take your time, go back and sleep if you want to.
Yes, finish sleeping.
Okay, finish sleeping. Sounds good. And then in the morning, or
So I guess
whenever.
just after an hour passes, Necro can take on a shift and let everyone else sleep.
Yeah. So, whenever you guys wake up and get rested, the Rhodians will be awake, and then we can say Asta at that point that you can question them, kind of, and get some clues as to who they are, what they're doing, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Probably need a mop to mop up the organics body fluids after waking up and seeing big old cybernetic Nexus in the same room with them.
We can feed them the dead while they're asleep, so they never know.
Okay.
The Nexu, feed the Nexu.
All right.
Hopefully, maybe get a pet out of one of by by feeding them and stuff.
All right. So as you guys are asleep.
So it'll be 8 hours for everyone to sleep and the droid to go in rest cycle mode.
Sorry, quick note. Before we do that, can we alert Lieutenant Guilford about because if these are the guys that tried to kidnap our droid, then they presumably flew here, I guess maybe after, or I don't know. If they're around here somewhere, obviously they had to have some kind of transport to get here. So maybe have Steve have the 2 fighters that we have. I think, right? We have 2 now. However many we have them doing maybe some high altitude recon flights and stuff, and keeping an eye out for whatever vehicle these guys have.
We have the one TIE advanced for sure, and the other one's a shuttle, I believe, right? A boarding shuttle.
Yeah.
Did anyone else besides the droid know where we were going? That's a. I'm trying to remember if that from the backstory on this.
We know the droid got kidnapped at one point, so we don't know if they got any information out of him or not.
So
yeah,
we also have our the rolling droidica new class shuttle is within range sensors of us too. So it's probably hard to detect organic humanoids versus all the other wildlife, but engines and vehicles that are sensor range should be alerted to us if there's any vehicles within sensor range of the rolling droidica / spitting Minoc.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a negative. They're pretty far away.
Okay, and then there's only one droid Necro trusts to fly the TIE fighter at high speeds, so he'll have flyby 2 do that with the TIE fighter.
Okay.
See if they can see any more. Do some flyovers and see if he can spot any ships. Actually, we haven't any ships that. Okay, so Necro will give him a list of some of the ships he saw and report back any ships that he sees and what the location would be.
Okay. Sounds good. I mean, far as what y'all can tell, probably you're not gonna really see a ship, so you're not really sure. But it doesn't seem that anybody is seeing a ship.
So maybe they got some kind of camouflage over it.
Could be. So, okay. As we continue, you guys are gonna go back to sleep. Everybody needs to give me let me see here.
Deception?
What's Tread's perception?
If he's sleeping, it would be vigilance because he's not actively looking.
What is it?
1 green.
Okay. So this is going to be to see if you are awakened.
So discipline then?
Do what?
Okay. So Turds doesn't know it, but Turd has to put the sign on the back of him.
Yeah, and he's sleeping, and Necro sees it and takes it off.
No, when he was walking away, he's put on there.
Okay, but Necro's woken up since then. He'll take it off when Treads is about to go into sleep mode.
Okay. So I need everybody to give me a
with the wall, so Wall can see it.
Everyone who's
So it's
sleeping.
going to be vigilance, roll, and it'll be at a... Well, if they're rolling vigilance, that would be discipline, right? No matter what they're rolling. Or could I still do, like, stealth and whatever else?
So vigilance is usually when your hair stand up, like you have a feeling someone's watching you, versus actually looking for someone. If you're actually looking for someone, that's perception. So vigilance is kind of like, that's why you either get vigilance or cool for your initiative. Cool is you're prepared. You guys have walked. You know something's going to happen. Vigilance is you've got the hair standing up on the back of your act and you're reacting. So vigilance is always kind of like your passive perception in this game.
Okay, so give me a 3 red vigilance check.
That is a lot of red.
Everyone?
Everyone that's asleep.
Everyone that's trying to sleep.
I would think would be everybody.
I'm just going to say it's an automatic fail for me.
Failure is what we want, though, to stay asleep, right?
Wall's not asleep.
I'm gonna obviously, yeah, I was tired, did all that work. I'm definitely waking up. There's no way I'll pass that.
Treads stays asleep.
No, wait. Is this during like Necro shift or is it still during Wall's?
It's during Necro shift.
Oh, okay.
Necro only had an hour left.
No, this is in order. Okay, so the way that I wanted this roll to work is that if you guys fail it, you wake up. If you pass it, you stay asleep.
Dang it. I got a despair too.
In that case, can I give Treads and special instructions with Speaks Binary to stay asleep as much as he can in sleep mode, and that to trust me to handle stuff and let him know if there's actually an emergency to snap out of his sleep mode?
Yeah, you can do that.
So I'm gonna
put off his auditory sensors or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna assist. Actually, if I knew that, then I would have actually made a mechanics roll to increase his vigilance check by lowering his intelligence. Can I re-roll my?
Hey guys,
That's fine.
Oh man, I'll just automatically just to turn off his auditory sensors. You have the ability to do that, probably, like with your computer or something.
Did you say something? You're back?
Yeah, I am back. Sorry about that. It was my first chance to be in the same room as my parents in months.
Oh, okay, no problem. Hey, wait, if you want to save this guy's life, you need to roll a medical check.
Yeah, we had.
I will roll.
Caught Yayar while he was bleeding out.
So he's past his wound threshold.
All right.
Yeah, so it's a hard check, right?
He's past his wound threshold.
Okay, so
I think I gave you 2 boosts for that.
Yeah, 2 boosts.
So 2 boost and hard.
Yes.
Any setback?
Do you have tools to do it? If so, then yeah. But otherwise, if you don't have any tools, then yeah.
I have a full medical kit, and let me just check my.
It's bleeding out, so you probably might try to save his life.
So your first,
All right,
you've got 2
put him-
rolls. There's 2 rolls that would need to be done here. There's the actual medical check to like heal him, but then there's also the medical check to help him recover from the bleeding out injury, the critical injury, and that one is the critical injury is going to be 4 purple axes. So that one's a daunting roll.
Oh yeah, it's pretty
All right,
hard.
let me do the one to get him alive. I'm gonna put him on my anti-shock blanket, so I can reduce the difficulty of a medical check. Oh wait, that's for the critical injury, so I'll do that on the second one. Add a boost die to all medicine checks, decrease difficulty. So that's my med pack allows me to add another boost die. And I'm going to use some med aid. No, I'm not going to use that on him. He's an NPC. All right, let me roll this one, see if I can get him back to life.
Yep, I'd say you get him back to life.
I also add 1, 2 extra wound threshold to that, just for my ranks in surgeon. And that actually heals his critical too, because of the triumph. Am I correct? Or do you want me to do a second roll for that?
I'm not 100%
I think the critical should be a separate roll.
Okay, I could do that. And the difficulty on that one?
Actually, I was just double checking, and there is a thing explicitly written that a triumph during a medicine check. Oh no, I'm sorry, I was just misreading that. Disregard.
You have the skill for that. Those triumphs to count as to add to fix the crits.
No, sorry, I'm wrong. I misread it the second time. So triumph generated during a medicine check to heal a critical injury may also heal wounds, comma, or vice versa. So this was a check to heal wounds, so the triumph can be used to heal the critical injury.
Okay, well then you heal that crit.
All right, so the crit's healed, and he would heal. He would be at a base, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 ranks in surgeon, so he would be at a minimum of 3 wound. Let me double check that blanket I put him on. Made to heal. Yep. Okay, yeah, so he would be at a minimum 3 health with the critical healed.
Okay, sounds good.
And did we want any information from him or anything? Because I've got all of this advantage.
Useful
I don't know
information. I like useful information. He probably could be saying something as you're healing him.
Okay.
Yeah,
so if he's maybe, I don't know what kind of information he has, but just some ideas for the GM. If he's talking in his sleep or hallucinating from a fever, he could be giving us information he wouldn't necessarily give us. Or based on me actually saving him even though he was our enemy, we could win his trust in a certain way.
We'll say that you gather some intel from him because he's just really still kind of confused and not feeling 100% and is just not sure exactly yet what's going on. Like, he's still trying to get his bearings of like what just happened and whatever. So we can say as he's waking up and he's not really fully aware of what's going on, he can spill out some information that they are a gang of salvaging people and that they were actually sent here to tag along behind you guys and to attempt to take back the IT-3PO and capture you guys.
Does he drop any names?
That he does not, no.
Well, with my triumph,
Can I
drop anything with my triumph that we could have used, like maybe even a data pad or something like that, and then he might have actually give us the password that we can access it.
With your triumph from earlier, I'm going to say that you can gather that this is, in fact, the same group that you guys fought on the wheel, and that you are 100% sure that they are after all of the stuff that you guys know of on the Sa Nalaar.
Which makes me think there might have been a second group that they were hired out. That's what I was trying to see if they mentioned any people that hired them or something like that. Well, we got to probably ask them.
Yeah, no, they didn't drop any names of them, but you just know that they are in fact a second salvaging group that is out looking for the same thing that you are. And so they figured that they would just make their job a little easier, tag along until they got some pretty good intel, and then attack you guys and try to take you guys out.
When he comes back, just want to ask him. Who sent him and all that, and try to get the information from him to see if he can tell us all that.
Okay. What? Let me see what their stats are.
Are they going to be spending about an hour doing this?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, cool. So Necro got a full 8 hours of sleep. So Necro will be awake when you guys go to sleep.
We'll have him binded up with his eyes closed and everything like that, and so he doesn't know what's going on, who's talking and stuff like that. I don't want to be able to see anything when we're talking.
Okay, so
possibly in the same room near the Nexu, or at least where he can hear the Nexu. So the whole threat still is lingering.
Okay, so then do a 1 red and 4 purple. What would your check be? You're trying to get information out of him, so coercion?
That's what I would do if he's talking to him and trying to get information. Coercion makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think coercion will work. So yeah, 1 red and 4 purple coercion.
I'll come give an assist with that.
I'm not that good at coercion. That's also easy, the deception or charm.
Okay.
To try to talk to them, maybe even just like to some, oh hey, we're all still, we're your friends here, and stuff like that. We're here for the same thing, and stuff like that.
So what's your
Okay,
skills?
well, you're trying to make friends with him. That's one thing, but you said you were trying to get information out of him.
Then ultimately, what I'm trying to do is get information, but instead of trying to I'm trying to get
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah,
you said
trying to get that and say that we don't want to release these next two on you, but the boss said we're going to have to if we don't.
That's totally coercion.
Okay, well, fine then. You can give me either a charm or a discipline check. Or, I mean, not discipline, but deception. Check with that.
All right, I'll do the check.
Can I give him a boost to that since I would have a little bit of this guy's trust from bringing him back?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, keep bringing you back to life if we need to.
And it's against my discipline, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so still 1 red, 4 purple.
Okay, I'm gonna downgrade that red.
Okay, 5 purple.
You got a lot of dark side points still.
Deception, use Master of Shadows and take 2 strain to reduce it down. Reduce the difficulty by 1, so it'll be 4 purple.
So you still have some dark side if you want to use those too, Eli.
Oh yeah, I forgot I do. It's almost the end. So you know what? Yeah, we're gonna upgrade it twice.
You always want to mention whenever it's my role. I love how you do that.
I'll use my second rank of congenial to downgrade it a second time then.
Okay.
Well, at least there's 1 red, so there's hope that oh wait, you downgraded it all. Never mind. So well, at least you use this power.
I'm gonna do this too. I can actually raise a PC's characteristic.
I'm going to upgrade my cunning because that's what
right.
I'm going to take another 2 strain as well to upgrade my cunning as well. So give me a 7.
All right. So what I have to do though is I have to roll an average medical check with an engaged character. So let me get to the right screen on roll 20.
Use your boost from your medicine check.
What was that?
Use your boost from your medicine check, and then if you get any additional, you can give to me for this.
Okay. And then rolling my medicine check. That is a success. If successful, 1 engaged ally increases 1 characteristic by 1 for the remainder of the encounter, but suffers 4 strain. So I'm giving you a stim. It's a stim injection. So you're going to take 4 strain, which I'll heal from you in a bit. But you're gaining a rank in cunning. Sorry.
And what are you rolling here for this? What skill are you using?
I'll use deception.
Okay, so I'll do I have 2 ranks in that. Does that help you at all if I give you a skilled assist? Otherwise, I'll just add the force dice.
My deception's out of 3, but with the false voice transmitter, it gives me an upgrade. So I'll be rolling with 4 yellows, actually.
Okay, so yeah, just add three force dice to your roll from my skilled assist.
You're right. It's just for purple, right?
Yes. All right, so you can have another two successes there.
Okay. And with those advantage, I want him to be confident that he can, that he can rely on me for, to get someone he can trust and talk to.
Okay. Well, he seems like you can be more friendly. So he doesn't seem to be quite as big of a threat anymore. So if you're trying to get information from him, go ahead and make a coercion roll at the same. So 1 red and 4 purple.
And then we upgrade, and then they downgrade twice. So, is it?
Well, that's not going to be upgraded or downgraded, but just a straight red and 4 purple.
Okay, my congenial cannot downgrade that.
So red and purple. Yeah, if anyone want to do this coercion check, because I'm not going to pass it. It's on to get whatever green and coercion.
I have a yellow and 2 green.
Does Wall have a good one?
No, Wall only has 1 rank. He has 0 ranks actually.
Oh, okay.
I have 3 green. What are we looking at? Coercion?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, coercion.
3
All right.
green.
So you can do a
So you said the difficulty was 4 purple, 1 red?
Yep.
All right. Does anybody want to give me a unskilled assist?
Someone can
Yeah,
give
I'll
me.
do-
the character could give an unskilled assist.
Doesn't Neko give extra boosts when he does skill assist or unskilled assist?
I don't have. It's skilled assist, not unskilled. I don't have a skill in coercion.
All right. I will pass that with 2 successes.
Sweet.
Okay. So he'll tell you that he was hired by someone that is completely unknown. They're not affiliated with any sort of scum, villainy, none of that. And so so he's going to say that he highly that you're going to know who hired him.
Well, try me.
Okay, try us.
So we get a name, but it's unfamiliar to us.
Yeah, so we'll say his name is
Rogan Joggy.
Where'd you meet him?
not to.
I'll ask him. Ask him to where did he meet him and all that. At least try to get an idea where maybe we'll try to figure out who this person is.
Okay.
And what their end game was after they got the joy and it got rid of the competition. What were they supposed to do?
Well, he'll tell you that they were supposed to dispatch your bodies. Period.
Well, I mean, were they supposed to meet with the guy and all that when they get everything? And while he's doing this, I'm going to record his voice.
He'll tell you that he was supposed to report back to
The guy who we are not familiar with.
yes, the planet that is way out in the outer that you have no idea about.
Okay, but he tells us the plan and all that stuff, and we just have to make the rolls. I guess figure it out then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that in another session.
All right, I'm recording his voice to why he's talking like this, so if I need to impersonate him later on in the future.
Alrighty. Sounds good. So I think this is a good spot to stop because it's 4:59.
Yep. I think Treads is the only one that passed the sleeping.
Yeah, he was the only one that stayed asleep.
We're going to rifle through the pockets of all the remaining people as well as him and see what we can pull up. I guess you can leave us a message on Discord what we find.
Yeah, we can continue this next week. What's the XP?
Yeah, next week will be.
What about the XP? How much XP did we get?
You will get 0 today. No, just kidding. No, you guys.
What you get? You thought you something.
Right. No, you guys get we'll say 15 because you guys thwarted like every single plot that I had planned. So kudos on ruining my campaign.
I want to try to get to know these next and now that my cunning's so high.
So
that's a survival check, right? I'll do that offline.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's the survival check against? It's a willpower, right?
For survive, yeah.
I'm ending the stream. I'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Hey, thanks for letting me play, guys. Appreciate it.